To start off the night, we're going to be doing some good old classic Jund. It's a deck that I've always wanted to play. Never been able to afford it on paper. But on MTGO, when you're doing rental service, it's within my budget. So we're going to be doing it. You got a good amount of removal and hand disruption. 6 removal spells on 1, 6 hand disruption spells on 1. Your creature threats are basically on 2 with Goyf and Kroxa, and then Scavenging Ooze to help a bit. You've got a bit more removal with Terminate on 2. And you have Wrenn and 6 to help your consistency in getting lands. And then you have Liliana of the Veil at 3. Seasoned Pyromancer at 3 as a way to draw more cards if they're dead. And Kolaghan's Command is more removal, hand disruption, or whatever you need. And Pulse is more removal. And then, of course, Bloodbraid Elf on 4 because Bloodbraid Elf is a good card, especially when it can hit any of these. As far as sideboard's concerned, we're running 2 Boils for the Island matchup, 1 Hunt Master of the Fells. I'm not quite sure where we'll be bringing this in. I guess a scenario where not many spells are being cast. A Clothis, because Clothis is great. Fulminator Mage is just a way to help deal with Tron and stuff. Pillage is more land disruption and artifact stuff. Plague Engineer for creature-based strategies. Ashiok to stop searching. And then also exile cards. Collective Brutalities in case we need more removal. And then Spell Bombs to help keep the graveyard in check. Alright. Let's go ahead and run this league. Alright, here's match 1. Looks like we won the die roll. We will gladly take the play. And let's see. Not great from a turn 1 perspective, but we can Verdant into Kroxa into Kolaghan's Command or in Scavenging Ooze and Bolt. No hand disruption turn 1, but I don't think we necessarily need that. We'll find out how wrong I am. I have a stop on my upkeep. Guess whatever deck I was playing last needed that. Okie doke. There we go. Let's see how... Creeping Tar Pit. We'll go ahead and get... They're a blue deck, so we can go ahead and just get Overgrown Tomb here, tapped. Upkeep draw. We draw Raging Ravine. Not terrible. We'll go ahead and go Black Cleave and Black Red Kroxa. Triggers. It'll get sacked, and then opponent discards a card. And we get to see what opponent's on. They pitched a land and took the 3, meaning they really like whatever's in their hand. So they're Grixis. They'll do a Kroxa of their own. We will pitch Bolt here. Nah, we'll pitch Kolaghan's Command. Because we can go Scooze, eat their Kroxa. Green, black, Scooze. Exile their Kroxa. We go up. We pass the turn. I guess technically we stay where we are. Okay. So their Grix is something or other. We'll swing for 3. They opt. Put it on bottom, then drew a card. Going for the push. Sure, push will happen. Play a Raging Ravine tapped. And tap like so to play out a Goyf. So we can animate the Raging Ravine next turn. Dot seizes us. Sure, you can deal 5 to yourself. So they could animate for a 3/2. Let's go ahead and crack that for a card draw here. Okay. We will play out a Mire, move to combat, and we'll have push active. Yep, snap push. Yep. Sure, you can animate your tar pit. We'll take 3. So this will be go grab Overgrown Tomb? Yeah. We draw, it doesn't matter what we draw because we're casting this card. Red. Double black. Pitch 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5. Done. Keeping all of the different types active. Kroxa comes in. We'll play out a forest and pass the turn. Opponent needs an answer. That's an answer. What a top deck. Upkeep, we draw. We draw a Lily of our own. Animate the Ravine, attack twice. One instead to Ravine. They play a land, they uptick. Sure, we'll discard a Lily. Does this have trample? No. So we can go ahead and fetch for a swamp here. I'll turn on our Kroxa. Going red, black. Pitch the other 5 cards in our yard. Opponent takes 3. Yes, we can't cast this Pyromancer, but they want a down tick to not die. Opponent goes down to 1. So we're facing some form of Grixis control. Yep, they can't swing. Looks like they're holding up Cryptic at this point, would be my guess. Red 1. Play out the land. We've got the life to shock it in. Pyromancer, show me a counter spell. No. We draw 2. Neat. Inquisition opponent, see what they've got. Snap. Cool. Bolt you in response. All right, there we go. On to sideboard. As far as what we want, there are blue decks, so Boyle's tempting here. They're also a graveyard deck, so Spell Bomb seems pretty good. As far as what doesn't seem good, bring these over here. Terminate seems all right. K command again doesn't seem terrible. Ren and 6 seems pretty meh here. I could see shaving a Ren. Shaving a Ren, cutting the Mulligan's commands, cutting a Bloodbraid Elf. Shave those 4 for these 4. Sure. Let's see how we do. Waiting on them to see if they take the play or not. Wow, we're down 2 whole minutes. We'll keep this. It's a turn 1 Inquisition, and then we can do Pyromancer stuff. We can use these Verdants to go get the red source. So we'll be starting off the Blood Crypt here. Assuming we have one, yep. Blood Crypt, pay the 2 life. To see what we're dealing with on the other side. A Drown, a Push, and Nicol Bolas the Ravager. Okay. I mean, we'll take the Drown here. Interesting. This. Okay. Was not expecting to see Nicol Bolas. Blood Crypt tapped. 1 unknown. Upkeep, we draw. What do we draw? We draw Bloodstained Mire. We will do Verdant Catacombs past the turn. Yeah. We don't need to get the spell bomb down yet. So they played their swamp. And that's a Lily of the Veil. Okay. I'll discard a land. So they discarded the push. So they've got 2 Ravagers, 1 unknown. Let's crack this for a... Interesting. Stomping Ground. Bloodstained Mire, crack this. Go get Swamp. Red 1. Pyromancer. Pitch 2 lands. Draw 2. Cool. Yes, they can now go land, Lily downtick, Ravager. But we can trigger push using Spell Bomb. Oh, nice. So we have to discard. Discard land here. And oh, going with each player discards, that hurts. They pitch a Bolus, so they've got 1 unknown in hand, and they're tapped out. Upkeep, we draw. Cool, we draw a land. We won't pay the life. Red, Spell Bomb. Crack Spell Bomb to do this. Triggers on the stack. Cast, targeting Nickel Bolus, paying a black. No, we won't pay. Back Pyromancer at Lily. Just to keep Lily down. Yeah. Second Ravager. So that is 3. We're 1 land away from being able to replay Pyromancer. Upkeep, we draw. Oh, what a nice draw. Liliana. Sack a creature. They have 2 cards in hand, but I feel like we're in the better position. From the aspect that we have this Pyromancer to flashback. So they have snap. Neat. Snap, we both discard. We both have nothing to discard. We want land off the top here. Bleh. Inquisition. No point. They don't have a card in their hand. And now they're able to uptick their Lily and keep their snap. So now we're not in a favorable position. Blood Crypt uptick, and then snap goes swinging at our Lily. I'm assuming, yep. This is 5, yep. We're a mana short. Our Lily dies. Woot woot. 2 Inquisitions in a row hurts. It's not that Inquisition's a bad card. It's that it doesn't do anything. Deep Blood Braid. Blood Braid cascades into... Yeah, we'll cast Lily. Bolts our Blood Braid in response. Okay. What was the one revealed? Oh, wow. The Lily was just the next card. Cool. Yep, each player discards a card. Now they can hit us or Lily for 2. I'm assuming it's Lily. Sounds good. Land? Awkward land. We'll uptick so Lily doesn't die. Because next turn we can uptick flashback block. And then we'll be able to keep their Lily. Their Lily will hit 6. But we'll never reach past 6. Okay. See, now this is awkward. Because if I Goyf, they down tick, we lose Goyf. But if I don't play Goyf, we're losing Goyf anyway. So we'll Goyf, force the down tick. Yes, we lose our Lily. Well, we can still second main. Each player discards. Yes, we lose our Lily to this, but it's fine. There goes our Lily, so we're no longer in straight up top deck war. Upkeep, that's not a bad land to hit. So they activate Tar Pit, they get in for 5. We can block with the Pyromancer tokens. They're only swinging Tar Pit. Interesting decision. Make 2 1/1 elementals. And then we draw land. Fun times ahead. I should have animated the Raging Ravine. Doesn't block. Let's Lily go to 1. Okay. Animates the tar pit. Goes to attacks. Swings both. So the issue is bolt. If it's push, they can push anyway. So we'll go to 5 here. Deck then a bit. Down to 4. Hit one thing that we can. Upkeep, we draw. We draw Ren and Stimpy. Green, red, 1, 2. Okay. Ren and 6. King, Snappy Boy. Red, green, 1, 2. Animate the ravine. Combat. That at Lily. And these 2 at them. We're at 4. Does the opponent have bolt? Has the snap. Okay. That'll get there too. Because, well, it's snap bolt. Okay. I still like what we boarded. So we just run it back and hope to draw a bit better. I would love to play 4 lands, Ren and 6, Boil, Snap Keep. They mulligan down to 5. So Verdant, go get Overgrown Tomb, Mountain, Ren and 6, uptick, keep Verdant, and then we have Seasoned Pyromancer to pitch lands and then bring him back with Ren and 6. This will be good. All right. Upkeep that. Verdant pass. Dark Slick Shores. Overgrown Tomb, not paying the 2 life. Mountain. Red, green, Ren and 6, uptick. Pass turn. Stomping Ground, paying the 2 life. Red, red, 1, Pyromancer. Pitch verdant, pitch overgrown. Tick, return verdant. This boil's looking awful. We're almost to the point where Ren can emblem, right? Hmm. We're not missing our land drops anytime soon. Bolts, Ren in 6, sure. Are you gonna snap bolt? Snap bolt. Okay. Does not like us having land drops. You will do Overgrown Tomb, Shock it in. Red, red, green, black. Raging Ravine, combat. Get in, 4/6. Interesting matchup, this Jund versus Grixis. Okay. Let me guess. Ravager? Cool. Yeah, you played a Nicol Bolas. We'll pitch a Boil. And card currently says 4 mana, destroy a land. Okay. Well, since we're not... Okay, so... Destroy target non-creature spell. Or counter target non-creature spell. 2 damage, discard... yeah, Lily. Terminate. Black and red. Combat. Swing for 2. Opponent's at 8. They have Counter Squall and Kolaghan's Command. Kolaghan's Command reads 2 damage to any target, and then can return a creature card. So can deal 2 to Pyromancer, return Nicol Bolas. I know what's in your hand, opponent. I know doing this will just force you to have to Kolaghan's Command. Two damage and return Snappy Boy. Okay. Interesting choice to return Snapcaster. Opponent goes to 3. We're at 15. They have Snapcaster, Counter Squall, and 1 unknown. So let's see what we can get with all of these fetch lands. You yes, 100%. They will flash in Spreading Seas. Just get all of our basics from our deck. And then we could green red 2, hold up 1 with Skoos. Okay, they snap target Kolaghan's command. That goes to 6. Snap has to block. Damage happens. We go Skoos. Yep. Oh, interesting. The whole little chat widget's not working no more. Unfortunate. Is that because... Oh, well, it says it's working there. So it's working in the overlay editor. Okay, so it is working. How weird. Okay, so they want this bolus. And then they're making us discard a card? We'll discard a land. I don't need those things. The problem is, opponent, you need to have 2 blockers now. Sure. Nickel bolus happens. I will pitch my boil. Exile your Snapcaster Mage. Cool. Upkeep draw. What a neat draw. Begin combat. Swing with all. They fetch down to 2. I'm taking yes, they have push. They have snap. Okay. And so they're probably going to try to favorably block and jump block. Yep. Believe I've got a creature, right? Yep. Yeah, we lose out on a Seasoned Pyromancer making some tokens here. But hey. You know. Right, we don't have any other creatures to make it unfavorable. So they trade. We get 2 damage marked on our Raging Ravine. They have 1 card in hand. Alright. Should have this in the bag. We've got 5 minutes to close this game. Okay, we will go ahead and... No, there's no favorable way to do this. Get Junded, opponent, right? Go Lily. This will eat the counter squall that they've been holding in hand all game. I don't see why you don't counter squall this. Yep. Cool. Okay, now have one unknown in hand. Pyromancer, draw 2. And we draw... What a counterspell, opponent. Lily. Yep. Nice counterspell there, opponent. As the bolt to target my face, okay. We go down to 6. They can animate the tar pit and get in and hit us down to 3. If they rip bolt off the top here. Well, something tells me they didn't rip bolt. And they don't have enough to snap, bolt, animate. Yeah. They're 1 mana shy of snap, bolt, animate. What do we draw? Is it something useless? It's Goyf. We'll play out Goyf and then we will uptick. Show me what you drew, opponent. Colligan's command going to returning snap to then have the snap bolt. Okay. And we lose. Fuck. Oh no, we don't. Because they have to snap bolt here. Oh no, we do. Because they're able to block our Raging Ravine and they bolt us. And we can't block the tar pit. Unfortunate. Yep. So we can animate. Green, red, 1, 2. They have the bolt. And because tar pit's unblockable, we can't do anything. The Snapcaster has flash. Unfortunate. Raging Ravine really needs trample. It only needs trample once it has like 5 counters. Making sure they see the line. I'm just saying, it makes sense for the 3/3 to not have trample. But like, once it gets past 6... Okay, so they see the animation line. it can't be blocked, and make sure that they turn it sideways at us and not at Lily. Dang, they see the line. That's what we were making sure. Unfortunate. Losing out because they drew exactly Colligan's command to be able to return their Snapcaster Mage, kill our thing. I mean, we're playing Jund, so I can't be too mad. But anyway, how's your night going, Fluffy? Enjoying movies? Ooh, Thoughtseize, Bolt, Pyromancer, and a Bloodbraid. I like this hand. It's probably wrong, but I like it too much to not keep it. Hippie going? Good to hear. And a push. All right. Copperline Gorge makes me go, this is Dredge, which means these Thoughtseizers are going to be awful. And there's the Haggle. So 100% this is Dredge. And they dredge for Stinkweed, Prized Amalgam. I mean, get rid of that Cathartic Reunion. But everything else, we kind of want you to just keep in hand. Right? I face Grixis Control and then I face Dredge? What? Why? Okay, so they dredged a Stinkweed Imp, so their hand is Thug, Foothills, Imp. They get the Blood Crypt, so that way they can cast this Golgari Thug. Okay, they have a 1/1. The second Thoughtseize is not going to be doing anything. Neither is this Fatal Push. I mean, arguably we could push their thick later, but we don't need to right now. All right. They've got us with these 1/1 beats. There's a Narcomoeba. So now we're in trouble. Hand is Prized Amalgam and something else. So it's funny because we can at the instep fetch for a Blood Crypt here and push both of these amalgams. Just to keep them at bay. And then we draw that. Okay. There's no dredger in their yard. So they're on natural draws for a bit here. Land's not good for us if they draw that. We could bolt the Narcomoeba. Arguably, we don't want to be doing that, so we won't be doing that. Con for 0. I can never get to cast that on 0. I don't know why. Every time that I try on Magic Online, it just hates me. We'll bolt opponent. Draw Renin 6, number 2. Okay. Kind of sort of hoping that we hit a land there. Guess we're not that lucky. On the bright side, we know what cards we have to pitch once we hit a land to hopefully be able to cast this Pyromancer. Yeah, Mr. Evil Ogak. So they pitched Stinkweed, and Prized Amalgam. Hit us for 3. We go down to 9. And then they'll be able to dread and land Bloodghast. Okay, we've lost this game. Because those 3 will come back. We take 4 this turn. I need a board wipe here. I don't run board wipes. Yeah. So we go to 5. They get all 3 of these amalgams back. While we were able to stall, we just didn't hit a land. Watch, card on the top's land, isn't it? Nope, Kolaghan's Command. Even better uncastable card. Alright. So, Thought Seizes are out. Spell Bombs are definitely in. Arguably, Cloythus isn't bad. Brutality seems mediocre. Village, not awful, but nothing that we absolutely want to remove at this point. Ashiok, they only search off of their fetch lands, but it is a way to exile the graveyard more. We'll bring in Ashiok. We'll keep Cloythus, and then we'll remove. Kolaghan's Command seems pretty bad. And a Bolt. Sure. Let's see. Hand has. Yeah. It's not the greatest hand in the world, but it's not the worst. This Bloodstained Mire will get us a Blood Crypt, and then we will go Shockin' Stomping Grounds, go Goyf. There's a Shriekhorn. Sounds good. Reason for the Blood Crypt is that we will have double black, double red. Nope. We will not pay the life. Shock that in. Green, black, Goyf. Go ahead and grow my Goyf opponent. They mill over Silver Smoke and then land. Mill themselves 2 more. They hit a Thug. Pretty good for them. So they can now dredge the Thug, which they do. And that's a Prized Amalgam, so we will definitely be casting Ashiok this turn. Unless they have... Okay, cool. They haggle second main to pitch an Imp and dredge 5 more. Oh, that's beautiful for us. Play out this Blackleaf Cliffs. What do you mean it isn't a Chia Pet? So if we hit for 3 and then Ashiok, that's our best bet. Ashiok down tick. Here we go. Hit 16. Got rid of 2 Narcomeep, 2 Prized Amalgams, and an Ox. Cool. Yes, our Goyf is now small. But they now don't have the graveyard that they did. Okay. They don't want to play that game. We would have drawn Bolt. At that point, we'd cast Pyromancer, pitch Lily Land. Drawn 2 more, see Pulse Overgrown Tomb. Cool. Discard's not really what we want to be doing. So we'll take out a Lily, bring back in a Bolt. Jund. Honestly, Huntmaster doesn't seem that bad. From the aspect of Dredge doesn't cast that many spells, but we're probably not getting to 4 mana. You're not wrong there. Snap Heat. What's not to love about a turn 1 spell bomb? Opponent mulligan to 5. Opponent mulligan to 4. Wooded Foothills pass? I'm so tempted to Inquisition just to see what they kept. It's so wrong to turn 1 Inquisition this. We're doing it. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to. I don't want to take the Stinkweed Imp. Should have let off with the Spell Bomb. Because then if it's this exact scenario, we're fine. One's got lands in hand and only lands. So we have to hope that this Dredge doesn't hit anything. Of course it hits bonkers. This hand doesn't beat that. So like, they drain us for 3, they get back a 3-1 and a 3-3. We can bolt the 3-3, play out the Spell Bomb, and then we're taking 4. We draw. Is MTGO not gonna let us play this out theoretically? Nope. Neat. Arguably an early concession, but at the same time, I don't think we're beating what is arguably the best 5 that they could have hit off of that. Definitely should have led on the Spell Bomb. That's just me getting greedy and being stupid. Turn 1 Inquisition and Thoughtseize and push and Scoos. Yeah. What's not to love about this hand? Yeah, jump, dodge, and grab. Yeah. What? That I'm playing Jund? This is Jund, and it's a... What is that? What? No. Opponent, no. Okay. How is it traitor? I have never aligned myself with anything. Alright. So they played out the Spire Bluff Canal. Another Inquisition. So we get this Overgrown Tomb, right? We'll pay 2 life. Inquisition opponent again. Nothing new that we can take. We're at 12. No red needed. Red's needed for the Kolaghan's command, but I wanted to be able to play Skoos and eat this Urza that we were planning on getting rid of. So their hand is land and Galv Blast. So I'm hoping that we can hit a 3rd land. Okay, they play out a Star. And then they play a Mystic Sanctuary tapped. Okay. Ain't gonna help when you can't pick up a shot. Yeah. We'll get punished for that later. See, we'll get punished for that later. So they won't have Metalcraft online, but they do have the Galv Blast in hand, which is a bit unfortunate. Why Sanctuary? I'm guessing they don't think that they're getting to the islands. Okay, well, there's a Thopter Foundry. Okay. So... I can understand that. Sliver Queen is what, 100 right now? We'll stop on opponent's draw step. Destroy Thopter Foundry, make them discard. Target player, target artifact. Black, red, 1. So if they have the whir, they can whir for 1, or they can destroy this artifact and make themselves a blue Thopter. Then they have to discard a card. They pitch Mountain. Queen is... Dang. Queen's gone up. I know it's on reserved list, but still. I want to eat your Urza. And keep my Skoos around. Do I get to? I do. Thank you, opponent. That's true, they have been. They've been flying up. They fetch with this Flooded Strand. So they do run white. Interesting. I guess I have to run either white or black for the Thopter Foundry. Do we really push this Thopter? Yeah, we do. Opponent's got 2 in hand. Opponent has Galv Blast and 1 unknown in hand. Fetch this for basic mountain. Eat the combo piece. True. I'm not too worried about the combo piece until they show me something that targets it in the graveyard, though. But you're right. Yeah. Well, I could animate Ravine here and try to close quicker. I want your Thopter Foundry gone, opponent. Yeah, your Spellbomb resolves. So they have Blast in hand. Okay, at this point it's boot up. Yes, I know that they can bounce the Ravine. If they're bouncing the Ravine, they're not bouncing the Scoos. Or they'll take the 7 and go down to 10. Right. Okay, they go for the draw card effect. So we know that they have Blast, 1 unknown, or 2 unknowns. Looks like this is 3 fairy. Okay. Three fairy bounce Scoos. Sounds good. Intad Prism. You already have more than enough mana in the world. Okay, well. No. Let's do this correctly. Let's get rid of the thing that's going to stop our cascade before we try to cascade. Okay, they Galv Blast away our 3/2. Nice. Bobbles. So they've got 1 unknown in hand. Do you have a way to deal with Goyfin Ravine, opponent? Considering how you have no cards in hand, the answer to that question is no. So they're hoping a way to deal with these cards is on the top of their deck? It was not. All right. So facing... 3-color Urza, a 3-color Urza, Jeskai Urza. Again, graveyard stuff doesn't seem bad. These guys are running a lot more islands, so boils don't seem bad. Renin 6 can ping a Thopter too, but we're not really looking to do that. Shave like so. No. I want these Kolaghan's commands. These have destroy target artifact on them. I'll pitch Inquisitions. And just as a way to get a submission in that has Kolaghan's commands. We can ditch Lilies. Bring in Inquisitions. Okay. So not the ideal sideboard, but better than what we were initially planning. So we have Push, we have Goyf, we have Terminates. They don't have a lot of creatures. We're gonna mulligan this. We'll keep this. Bottom... Blood Crypt? Spire Bluff well. They scry. Let's see how they scry. One top, one bottom. All right. We draw. What do we draw? Pyromancer. Not a bad card. Let's see what our opponent's working with here. Goblin Engineer, Ensnaring Bridge, Whir of Invention. Take Whir here. Just so that way they don't have combo piece set up. As well, yes, now they can Goblin Engineer. They can't Goblin Engineer, go grab an artifact, and then grab the second combo piece with Whir of Invention. So they put Sword of the Meek into the yard. Thoughtseize is not terrible. Forest, we'll play out this Goyf. They can't combo kill us next turn. So by playing out the Goyf, it kind of entices them to try to go land a bridge. If they do that, we have Thoughtseize plus Renin 6. So they scry. Meaning we know about bridge in hand, and they have 2 unknowns. One on top, one on bottom. Hollowed Fountain into play tapped. See what opponent's working with here. We've got bridge and one other card. Metallic Rebuke. Okay. Sure. You rebuked my Thoughtseize. Thank you for saving me 2 life. Pick up the Wooded Foothills. Combat, swing for 4. Opponent's got bridge and something else from what was on top. Land, pay 1 mana. Go get this mountain. Uptick on the Wooded Foothills. Red 1. Pyromancer. Itch. Burden and Foothills. Alright. Would not have complained about hitting those cards. So if this is a Whir of Invention, we potentially lose here? I say potential. No, we lose. If this is Whir for 2. Yep. Whir for 2. Well, no, they need a way to generate mana. They need Urza still. They can make a bunch of or they can make, yeah, 3 Thopters. We beat 3 Thopters with this hand pretty handily. Especially with that. Fetch, go get ourselves a basic swamp. And their hand is Ensnaring Bridge. They can make 3 Thopters and get the sword. Go ahead, make your 3 Thopters. Gain your 3 life. Interesting. Oh, because now they can activate to put sword. Yep, okay. I like that line. Did not see it. So they lose their engineer, but they still have their Thopter making abilities. Go ahead and play out this Kroxa. Make them have to pitch the bridge that's in their hand. And then we will return Verdant to hand. Combat, swing with the 5/6. Opponent goes down to 8. They can activate sword 4 times. Two at Renin 6, sure. Sounds fair. They can make a couple of blockers here. second Goblin Engineer is pretty bad for us. Not the end of the world. It's another Sword of the Meek. It's 2 sword triggers? I mean, that doesn't change anything. Red, red, black, black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say done. Do this. Problem is, we're not getting past this. Unless we hit Bloodbraid Elf into big. Attack with all. Yep. So they have 2 2/3s, so 1 2. So they block like so, and then they'll be able to get bridge down. And we have Pyromancer in yard. I should have uptick, no target. Oh well. Opponent gets in for 3 at Ren and 6. And this is trash. Yep. Go get that. Nothing can attack. We will go Verdant. Crack Verdant and get Overgrown Tomb. Shock it in. Because we can 1 2 1 2. Bloodbraid cascades into Bolt. Bolt opponent. Do that. Red, red 1. Pyromancer. Dig ourselves a bit deeper, trying to find our out. Said we're gonna find lands. Unfortunate. Opponent makes 3 Thopters. Can swing with can swing with all of them because they have 2 cards in hand currently. Assuming this okay, yeah. I was gonna say I'm assuming this is killing Ren and 6 and then the rest is at me. Plays Bobble, not gonna do anything with that Bobble. Alright. We draw. What do we draw? Oh, they bubble us. Interesting. Huh. So 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. And we have enough. What we really need is like a Pleatland here. Yeah. Make your Thopters, gain your life. Although we don't really have an out at this point, do we? Because if we hit like Kolaghan's command, they sacrifice this to Thopter Foundry and then Rummage. So 4 at us and 4 at Ren and 6. Sounds good, opponent. We'll go down to 7. You're at 9. Go ahead and do that. Now, Pithing Needle names a Planeswalker. Scavenging Ooze. Sure. Overgrown Tomb tapped. Because we're dead on board. Draw Thoughtseize. Let's see what opponent's still working with. Path. Sure. Say no. Okay, it's a Goblin Engineer. And then we'll go ahead and concede. Because they make Thopters and kill us in the air. Alright. So we need things to touch the graveyard. Arguably we can bring in Ashiok. Terminate seems mediocre. Like, it's not awful, but Push and Bolt both do what Terminate does. We could Brutality. Alright, we will keep. And we'll keep this. Alright. Verdant past the turn. Then we have a Goyf to start swinging. So they fetch and shock. Play out a well. One on top, one on bottom. Go ahead, crack this, get Overgrown Tomb? No, we need double red, so Stomping Ground. Not paying the 2 life. And then we will shock that in. Green 1, Goyf. They fetch for an island. And then play out a Goblin Engineer? Sure. Grows our Goyf a bit here. Let's see what they put into the bin. Put Sword of the Meek into the bin. I like this play. Fleetland, go to combat. Swing with the Goyf, see if they want to block with their engineer. They don't, sadly. Scavenging Ooze. Exile that Sword of the Meek. Pass the turn to opponent. A Shotgun Hollowed Fountain. Makes me debate that they have Path here. Let's find out what opponents got. Negates, sure. Galv Blasts. I guess. Goyf gets in for 4, takes opponent down to 8, pass the turn. Opponent has the Master of Time. Bounces our Goyf. Replay Goyf. Go ahead and bolt that to Fairy. Put a Planeswalker into the yard. Tapped Spiral of Canal. They've got 4 cards in hand. Goblin Engineer. This is definitely, yeah, I was gonna say it's not gonna be grabbing a combo piece. Anything that they grab grows or Goyf. We'll go ahead and draw a card off the Fleetland here. Okay. Swing with the Goyf. I'm assuming this Goblin Engineer is going to be doing some blocking. No. And we don't need the draw of Spell Bomb. This makes it so they can't whir. Yeah, play out your Urza. Chromatic Star, and then they can... Push the construct. Remove them from mana. Because at this point, they're going to have to start blocking this Goyf. They're going to use Engineer as a chump blocker. They can Urza once. Okay. They draw a card. And they exile. They can play a land. Cool. They play the land. So they can block. Play out the Verdant Catacombs, pass the turn. If opponent has exactly Copter Foundry plus Sword, they get to make a blocker. Make 2 blockers. They draw 2 off of Well. Pretty good sign for us. And concede. Here we go. All right. Finishing to beat Jeskai Urza. Man. Jund takes a while. I might not have time to do the Gruul match tonight. I might have to do that tomorrow instead. How does a day stream sound? So it's got 4 lands, it's got a Wrenn and 6, and it's got a Bloodbraid Elf and a Goyf. Hey, Mulligan. Hand's got 1 land and uncastables. We go down to 5. Should have kept that 7. Okay, we put back Verdant and Bolts. Lead off with just Raging Ravine past turn. The problem with Raging Ravine is there's only one deck that really plays it. So by leading off on that card, we are giving away what we're playing. They go get that. Okay. Sprite Dragon. Yeah. No. Upkeep, draw. What do we draw? Is it better than a Pyromancer play here? Odds are probably not, but we still got to see. Inquisition. Okay, Scoo's there's not bad. So this makes me think blue-red prowess based on their start. And that eyelet basically says, yeah, that's what we are. So they dart our ooze, and now they play out. Yep, Stormwing. Definitely blue-red prowess. We'll play out Goyf here. And a hold on the Scavenging Ooze play. So they flash it back, hit us for 5 effectively here. Light up the stage. Hits. Bolt, light up the stage. Ouch. Second, light up the stage. Huh. That's a pretty good lava dart. And hits us for 3. So we go down to 7. Fetch for a green source here. We're at 6. Land for turn, green, that. Scavenging Ooze. Eat Sprite Dragon. Eat. Light up this. Nah. You won't eat anything. Yes, that shrunk the Goyf, but at the same time, we then also grew our ooze and gained a life. Arguably, we should have done that post-combat. Bolts us, we die. Yep. Making sure they turn it sideways. Okay, they turned it sideways. We lose. Triple light up the stage. Okay, brutalities come in here. Lothis can come in here. Gains us a bit of life. Thought Seizes can come out. A commands can come out. They don't play Island. Run it like so. All right. Nope. Not fantastic. But we'll keep bottom of Renin 6. Say done. Blitzsteinmeyer, say go. Spire Bluff Canal into a Soulscar Mage. Oh no. Stomping Ground tapped. At this. We will shock it in. Red, green, Renin 6. Uptick on the Bloodstained Mire. And pass the turn. Ugh. They opt. Second Soulscar Mage. Okay. Is this 2 at my face, or is this 2 at Renin? Okay, it's 2 at my face. We get to Grin and Bear It. Upkeep, we draw. Okay. Raging Ravine's an interesting one. We'll play out the swamp. Cancel. I went to Inquisition first. Gut Shot, Opt, Soulscar Mage. If we had the Maelstrom Pulse in hand, it'd be one of the spells, but because we don't, it's the Soulscar Mage. And it was the Gut Shot and Opt. So this Scooz ain't dead to a Gut Shot. Uptick, no target. Anamorphose, great. Red, red. So they have Opt, Gut Shot, one unknown. Aether Gusts. Okay. So this should be Gut Shot going at Renin 6. One Soulscar Mage going at Renin 6. One Soulscar Mage going at me. Our opponent just doesn't care about Renin 6. Opponent just doesn't care about Renin 6. We know opponent's hand is Opt and Bedlam Reveler. So if they opt, they'll be able to. No. They need a land. Of course it's a Flame Slash. Why would it not be? Need to eat the soul scar so that way we're not dead to the soul scar mages. And bedlam her. What? What? I guess to try to draw a free spell? We'll just flood out. All right. Let's see if we can make half our money back with Jund. See you guys in match 5. Here's match 5. Let's see if we can end on a 2-3. Okie doke, we've got a double Thoughtseize hand with a Scavenging Ooze and Bolt and Push. Sure. Misty Rainforest passes the turn. Cryptic Force of Negation. I mean, let's take the one that they can cast for free. This makes me think Teamer Scapeshift. All right. So that's a Steam Vince. Get this Scooze down. Okie doke. Ooh, Liliana. So they have 2 mana open? We'll try to blind slam this Lily. Cool. We'll pitch a push. Opponent got rid of a snow-covered island. Meaning opponent likes their unknowns. Thoughtseize, get one of these cryptics out of their hand. The question is it a cryptic bounce? Is it cryptic draw? Okay, they go with the cryptic bounce. Sounds good. Bolt opponent in the face. That's not a great card. Take opponent down to 10. eat the other cryptic that we know about. And they have 2 unknowns in hand. Probably 3. Yep. 3 unknowns. Make it 4. Okay. See if we can resolve a Goyf. Probably not. Cool. Snap doesn't matter. You're playing Snap as an ambush viper at this point. There's land number 5. And so they can now go get a Mystic Sanctuary. That Sanctuary put Cryptic back on top. They have us in a soft lock. Jace comes down. Bounces Scoos. Land off the top. Ooh, that was an arrow that we forced them to discard. That's fine because we have this terminate. Gotta love these arrow piles, man. So we know that what they have is Cryptic in hand. Snap gets in for 2. We go down to 10. Why can we not draw a land? Okay, so they have Cryptic plus 1 unknown. We go down to 8. Jeez. Try to land this. I know it's not going to. Counter draws. We go down to 6. Cast an arrow, they go up to 12. And then they'll be able to flash back an arrow next turn. We need to be able to kill them here. That won't do it for us. We can play a Goyf to block. But that's all the Goyf's gonna be doing. Alright. Foils definitely come in for this match. 24 lands, didn't see a 4th one. Unfortunate. Spell bombs come in. We didn't see Scape Shift. We'll bring in the pillage just in case we need to destroy land. As far as what we're taking out, some number of K commands, some Bloodbraid Elf, Shavon, Renin 6, and Billy. We'll keep just because it's a more than probable turn 4 Bloodbraid. Wife boy. Sure. Go ahead and do like so, and then we have Bloodbraid Elf next turn. Just go heavy on the aggro plan. Snow-covered island into an arrow. Okay. Gain the 3, draw a card, play a land. Sounds pretty good. They have 1 green up. Bloodbraid cascades into Bolt. We'll bolt them. So they'll have green, green, blue, blue. Bit unfortunate, but Arrow doesn't have trample, and this board state's pretty wide. Snap Flame Slash? Sure. Oh, because I didn't have nearly enough cards in the yard. Excuse the boy. Exile that Titan. There should be an overgrown tomb? Yes, good. I'm assuming this is blocking there. Yep. Oif. Fast turn. Mystic Sanctuary, no targets, however. So they can tap down our team. They draw 2. Renin 6, sure. King's a token. So 4, 5, 8, 9, and bolt. Cool. Hit you for 10. All right. Going into match 3. Again, we didn't see any Valakut Scapeshift style play, so we'll take out the Pillages, bring back in the Kolaghan's Command. Just because minimalistically, Kolaghan's Command is just a bit more burn or removal if we need it. Turn 4 Bloodbraid ain't bad. And it's got to terminate. We're going to mulligan it though. Keep this bottom tomb. We can go fetch it. In fact, we probably will go fetch tomb. Starts off with a Triome. This, go fetch tomb. Pay the 2. Inquisition opponent. Renin 6, Mana Leak, Snapcaster Mage. Force of Negation. We'll take the Mana Leak, as seeing that stops our next turn. Well, yes, they can. Renin 6 here. Scalding Tarn was one of the known cards. You get a breeding pool, and then this is Ren. Yep. They can Ren and they can uptick. Sounds good. Okay. Little forest. Oif. Opponent's hand is Scalding Tarn, Snow-Covered Island, Force of Negation, Snapcaster Mage, 1 unknown. 2 unknowns. Hit Ren and 6. Go on and do it again. Interesting. For sure, minimalistically, there's going to be an Ambush Viper. Bounce, draw. I mean, okay. Scalding Tarn for the final time. Inquisition you. Mystic Sanctuary, put Cryptic back on top. Yep. Cryptic counter draw. Or Cryptic counter bounce Sanctuary. Veil of Summers. Okay. That's a card and a half. Snap Leak. Okay. Snapcaster Mage ain't hexproof. so they have Force, Cryptic, Snow-Covered Island, Renin 6, number 2. The tokens don't have haste, there's no point. We can wait till they're in step. Opponent opts. Did not like the card, they put it on bottom and then they drew. They pick up the Rainforest, so they have Force of Negation. They've got enough unknowns that there's no point in keeping track anymore. Create some elementals. Cascade, Cascade hits. Bolt. We can bolt the Renin 6. They could Force of Negation and Counterspell, which then gives us room to play down this Goyf. Cryptic countering Bloodbraid Elf, drawing a card. Okay. Mystic Sanctuary, put Cryptic back on top. Yep. Yay for Uro piles, baby. Now Force of Negation. Yep. Oif. One at Renin 6, one at them. Opponent's got 7 in hand, so we're probably not winning this game. But having Goyf resolved is probably our best shot. But then they can legitimately just Uro into escape Uro. They ping off an elemental. See what opponent's working with. Fetch down to 10. tap all creatures, draw a card, sure. Followed by Force of Negation. Have it all. Gotta love these Uro piles, man. Pings are elemental, taking their own red and 6 down to 2. Okay. Lily's not bad here if Lily gets to resolve. And swing the 5/6 at them. I doubt this card's resolving, but hey. Opponent's down to 5. They need, like, scape shift here. So there needs to be Teamer scape shift arrow pile. Pings Lily. You need something, opponent. Snap. Aether Gust. Cryptic. Bounce. Draw a card. Okay. Does Goyf resolve? Has Snap Cryptic? Let's try to draw out. We didn't. Sad face. You know your opponent has a good chunk of mana when they're able to Cryptic, Snap Cryptic. Yep. Play that down and pass the turn. They opt. And at this point, they're looking for a win condition. Because if they down tick, swing, play out second and 6, down tick, that's their out. Or bolt down tick. Or bolt swing. Both work. Okay, opponent. Boo hiss. Land is not what we need at this point. They draw some cards. Makes sense, makes sense. So, what is their out? At this point, it's trying to find Uro to cast Uro and kill us, right? Or get to the point where they can Ren and 6 Emblem. I don't even know if there's anything this can go grab. Okay. Swing both at opponent. One gets blocked, one doesn't. Opponent goes to 4. Opponent can down tick with Ren and 6. What a land. Exile 13 cards. There's a card. We're never going to get to the point where we can cast it safely. Oh, hey. Uptick Ren. So what have they... 1, 2, 3, 4 counter spells? And an Archmage's Charm. Let's try it. Oh no. I wasn't expecting that card to resolve. Okay. Stop on their draw step. They no longer have blue. Black, red, 1. Okay, command. Opponent discards a Misty Rainforest. I guess they can get blue with Ren and 6, but it's going to take them a while to build up that blue back. Hmm. Exile 5 lands. Recast. Has Spell Snare. Sure. I'll replay it next turn. They get their second island back. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Brainstorms. This point has just a green up. Goyf. Okay. Red. Exile 5 cards. Instant, sorcery, land, instant. Opponent has to discard. Discards Blood Moon. Goyf. Pass turn. You can bounce exactly 2. I think we've got this, but I don't want to say that we do. Because I need a way to bounce both the Goyf and the Kroxa. Paying cost, sure, you can cycle to draw. Then we swing for 13 here. Okay, they can fetch down to 1. And get a snow-covered land. So they can tap our team if they've got Cryptic in hand. I don't know how many Cryptics they're running. Run in 6, get a land back, sure. Okay, cost cycles. Ops. Okay, so they didn't have the Cryptic and they don't want to try to show Cryptic concession. There we go. All right. Ended 2-3 with Jund. Definitely could have been a 3-2. I definitely did not play. I want to say it was match 2. That was against the Dredge, and I absolutely threw. I went for the greedy Let's Inquisition on turn 1. I had the Spell Bomb instead. I should have played Spell Bomb. At which point, then I could have gone for the Inquisition, taken their one card that they had, and then popped Spell Bomb right away. At which point, they then would have not been able to do anything. But then we don't necessarily get these next 3 opponents. So, would it have been a 3-2? I don't know. But anyway, Jund definitely feels really fun. If you're looking to pick up a deck and you want something that's been around for forever, doesn't really have anything that's going to get banned out of it. Nothing in Jund is inherently excessively strong. That doesn't mean that something's not going to get banned out of Jund, but it's got so many different ways to build it that if something does get banned out, this deck will just be around. It might not be the exact same shape and form, but it'll still be there. So if you're looking for a deck to invest in and pick up, and you like the way that this plays, highly recommend it. Anyway, that's it for the Jund. Thanks. See y'all.